Hi, I'm Joy Banfield, AccuQuilt's Chief of Staff, and welcome to today's show. We are so excited for the relaunch of a fan favorite die, the Go Prairie Star. Today we'll be sharing new inspiration using the die with special guests Emily Bailey and Melissa Corey. Now we're always looking for new ways to bring you innovative products that help you create fun quilt blocks. Using AccuQuilt dies will make creating these time-consuming blocks fast and easy so you can get back to sewing, which is the fun part.
That's what we want to do.
Now, let me introduce you to your superstar hosts, Pam and Erica.
Hello, Miss
Hello.
Hello.
All right, quilters, I am so excited. Our quilters voted to make this die part of our permanent collection.
Oh.
It's top 5 for me.
Yep, me too. We couldn't have dreamed of anything better. So let's get today's show started. As always, we've planned a lot of fun for you. We've got some great prizes, exciting project ideas, a great trunk show, and special deals.
All right, ladies, I'm going to go greet our special guests, Emily and Melissa, who will be helping us with the relaunch of our Go Prairie Star die in a little bit. You have a great show.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm so excited for our experts.
I know. Oh, wait till you see the trunk show.
Wait
It's
till
so
you
cool.
see. All right, quilters, in case you're new to AccuQuilt, we released the Go Prairie Star die as part of our Die to Try series last month in December. We release a new die to try on the first Tuesday of every month.
That's right. Our Die to Try program allows us to bring you exclusive dies faster than our usual product launches. And you have the ability to vote them back to be part of our permanent collection. So without further ado, let's take a look at our Go Prairie Star.
Are you ready to reach for the stars? The Go Prairie Star block on board, or bob die, is here to make it possible for any quilter to achieve new heights. All the shapes needed to create this 14-inch quilt block are on one die board, making it a breeze to cut without templates or special rulers. While this classic design is often considered challenging, the specialized dog ears and screen-printed letters will make it easy to fit the shapes together and keep track of your pieces. This is on a 10 by 24 die board. That means it's compatible with our Go Big, or Studio fabric cutter with the appropriate adapter. Simply lay the fabric on the die, cover with your mat, and you'll have the entire block cut in seconds, with each shape as exact and perfect as the next. Cutting and sewing diamonds together has never been easier. With detailed cutting and block assembly instructions available on the package and free downloadable patterns on the AccuQuilt website, you'll be stitching this block with confidence in no time. Whether you're highlighting just one block on its own or with a constellation of other blocks, your options are as wide open as the prairie sky with the Go Prairie Star die. Remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more. Oh, quilters, thank you so much for voting to bring this die back.
It makes creating this block so easy. So let's take a look at the pieces and the die that are involved to make this 14-inch finished block. So if you haven't seen the die yet, this is that die. First thing you're going to notice is it has a lot of pieces.
It does.
It would take you so long to cut this by hand, and they're all going to be perfect. They're all going to have these specialized dog ears, which makes it so much easier to put it together.
Right, and we screen printed our letters for easy placement. Now, Erica, the first question people are going to ask is, can I make this with the cube?
Oh, the answer to that is no. And the reason is this shape A, okay? Shape A is a diamond.
Right.
Now, the shape that comes in a cube is a parallelogram, and that is not the same. Not only does it not have the engineered dog ears so that it'll work together, but it is not the right shape.
Right. And you're going to ask us, why did we not make this all the way across? Because depending on the pattern you use, determines the number of shape A that you really need.
That's right.
All right. So let's show you. Okay, so we have a couple of blocks, and then we're going to show you how to cut one out. So this is the block that's on the pattern. This is from the Go Aloha Stars.
Yes.
Which is 8 gradient colors and just really, really a fun block. Our good friend Bea Lee created this block.
That's right. You saw the pattern for just a minute in the commercial.
Right. And then here is a block completely different that's very similar to our Prairie Star, or what is it behind us? Latin stars. There we go. So many stars. So look at the difference just the colorway makes.
Yes.
So a really great die to use with our Go Quilt program.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's lay out some fabric.
Yes. So today we're just going to cut out some A's.
Okay.
You and I made this great video on how to cut all the pieces.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
so let's talk real quick about this block real quick before we cut it. It does have some Y seams. It has 8 of them to be exact.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be scared because these are gentle Y seams right here. And the way that the pattern goes together is you sew these two together, these two, these two, these two, and then you're going to add the corners and then this one in the middle. But really, I just love it. Pressure seams open.
Pressure seams open. There are a lot of seams in this. But
Right.
seriously, we've done a lot of videos on Y seams. Go ahead if you're uncomfortable, look those up. They're going to help you so much.
Right.
But we're just going to cut out some A's and talk
We are.
about that because a lot of quilters may look at that and be uncomfortable looking at those diamonds to sew together. And we want to lace them out and show you how easily they're going to go together. Basically, it's just like building a 9 patch.
It is. And this is on a 10 by 24 die board, so it's going to fit through your Go and your Go Big fabric cutters. So keep that in mind.
Right. It'll work in a studio with the appropriate adapter, of course.
Make sure you have a 10 by 24 cutting mat.
That is a really good point. Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
So we're going to give it some love, and we're going to slide. Don't lift, boys. It's staticky.
It is
here in
so
the Dream
staticky.
Studio.
Okay.
So we're going to pull this back.
Let's pull this back, get some of these pieces out here to play with.
Yep. And we'll pull our block back so you can kind of see how to lay
Static
it.
is everywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Get my scrappage out of the
Perfect.
way.
Perfect.
We're going to talk scraps too later.
We are. So in this one, this is just a 3-color block. So I cut 3 colors for us.
Okay.
So basically you're going to have this outer color, which in this case is white, 2 of the same and 1 in the middle. So this was perfect to do some chain pieces.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you make like we'll use purple as our white, okay?
Okay.
So let's lay it. Here, we have a whole mat.
We have so much room. Okay.
We do.
We're
Here,
going
I
to
was
use
trying
the
to figure-
purple, like you said, like the
instead of the white.
instead of the white.
And use the green for the dark blue and the red for the light blue.
Okay.
Look at us making stuff up on the fly. So the thing that
don't do
I
that, do
loved about this die is truly that's what you're making it as a 9 patch.
Yes.
And so as you see Erica laying it out here, you can see how it goes, and then we would just do the green one here. So for this one then, right? So what I did is look at how cool this goes together so fast because we have those specialized dog ears. From this point here to this point here is a 1/4 inch seam. So we sewed this row down, then added this. Press your seams open all the time.
All the time.
And when I made this block, I just stacked 8 layers of it,
Right.
right? And just sewed my blocks together.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, it goes together well. But the thing I love about this die is the versatility of the color,
Yes.
right?
There is so much to do with it. And I love it in the blues.
Yes.
So quilters,
Here, I'll come back here.
we're working from a pattern that's hanging behind us. It's called Go Latin Stars Throw Quilt today. So we want to take a look at it and let Pam kind of point out some things about the block.
Okay.
So this was designed by Amanda Harward of Larkspur Quilts.
And kudos, Amanda. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so in this particular quilt, the Prairie Star blocks, there are 4 different colorways. So this one looks totally like snowflakes, and this one does, and these add those bit of colors. So basically, we've created 4 of each of the 4 blocks and sewn them together. The thing, well, I love everything about this, but I love the border and then the wider border.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about our sale. Think about strip dies that you might use in this, but don't you just love the quilting on it?
Yes.
Right? Just looks like snowflakes.
And those gorgeous blues.
Beautiful blues.
Just frosty goodness.
Yeah, if I could take one home This would be the first on my list.
Thinking that medium tone maybe for my office. I
There
don't
you go.
know.
I know.
I'm looking at paint colors. Now I see paint colors every place I go.
We've been around Lynn way too long.
That's right.
All right, so quilters, in case you were wondering how to get your hands on this die, we have the individual Go Prairie Star die available for $129.99, but we also have some bundles that are available and marked down at our biggest discount, those
That's
bundles.
right. So the first bundle we have is the Go 14-inch Select Die Bundle. Now with this bundle, you're going to get our Go Prairie Star die. You're also going to get our Bear's Paw die. You know, it finishes at 14 inches, just like the Prairie Star.
It does.
It's going to make them great companions. And then the two cutting mats you need, 6 by 24 and 10 by 24. Now normally this bundle would run you $265, but you can get it today for $199. It's going to save you over $64. This is a great deal.
It is, and here's just a sample of our Bear's Paw block. So it's that nice big 14 inches. Don't you love it?
I do.
And we're going to show you a quilt later in our trunk show that uses this die, and it'll just make it'll make you all sweaty.
Just put it in your cart right now.
Just right
You're
now.
You're going to want it.
This bundle is great. The second bundle we have is the Go Prairie Star Starter Pack, which comes with our Go Fabric Cutter and that Prairie Star die, which again finishes to 14 inches, and a 10 by 24 cutting mat.
Yeah.
Usually this bundle would cost you $514. You can get it today for $349 and some change, saving you over $163.
Now, quilters, we also have a promo code for you today in case you already got your Prairie Star die. You can use the code PAIR90 to buy one, get one. Get this, 90% off.
90%
Go
off.
dies and cubes. Now, some exclusions apply, so check the website for details.
And that's not all. You'll get free shipping when your order reaches $50 or more if you live in the contiguous U.S. So to get your order in during the show, use your phone's camera to capture the QR image, take you right to the site.
That's right. Now, if you don't have access to a QR reader, don't worry. Just open a new tab in your browser. Click that plus sign up at the top. Then you can type AccuQuilt.com/party into the box. You'll see the bundles and you can place your order. That way, you're not going to miss a minute of the show.
I know, it's going to be great. Be sure to place your orders whilst items are available and ready to ship. Remember, with global supply chain issues happening all the time, we can't guarantee when sold out items will be back in stock.
So true. All right, you can also find our products at your local AccuQuilt retailer. To find the retailer closest to you, check out the store locator. It's at the top of the page at AccuQuilt.com.
And you can quilt now, pay later. For more information on financing through AccuQuilt, visit AccuQuilt.com/financing.
All right, now that we've shown you how great that Prairie Star looks in just a couple of colors, let's talk about using it for your scraps.
Okay, this makes me so happy.
Wait till you see.
Wait till you see. Joining us to talk about all things Scrappy, but especially the Prairie Star block,
Yes.
is Melissa Corey. Melissa began quilting in 2005, which later inspired her to start her blog in 2010. She loves sharing her original designs through tutorials. She has her own patterns and published books. Melissa's favorite quilts to create are the ones AccuQuilt dies that are Scrappy Bobs, right?
Yep.
And she loves curved piecing, so she can hang with me and Erica. Yep. You can keep up with her daily quilting adventures on her blog, The Happy Quilter. There's Melissa.
Yes, hello. Welcome to the show. All right, now we know you're a big fan of using the Go Prairie Star for busting through your scraps. Can we jump in and see what you're up to? Because we're totally in love with your quilt behind you.
Yes.
Absolutely. Scraps, I create a lot of scraps a year. I'm that crazy quilter lady that makes 40 to 50 quilts in a year.
Oh my.
My gosh.
I pretty much like bunnies do. So
Yeah.
AccuQuilt block on boards, they are the only way to go for Scrappy. I mean, who wants to cut one little scrap at a time? Oh no.
No.
Well, stacking up your same colors and getting tons and tons ready to go.
Right. So I think I know how you did this, but right. So as you're looking at your blocks, so there's rows of blues and there's rows of reds and oranges and pinks. So how did you cut those up on your die?
Yes. So basically, I just took the rainbow and exploded it. So they're going to go green, yellow, orange, red, purple,
Right.
and blue. So, you know, they're in the regular color of the rainbow. But what I did was I just take my scraps, and if I had a long strip of scrap, I just put it over top of the whole row and stack about 6 layers up because, you know, the more times you put it, the less times you put it through the machine, the quicker you can get to the sewing, right?
That's right.
Look at that. And
And then move on to all of my yellows.
Right.
You need, this quilt, you need 144 of the little petals for each color. And of course, you might as well slap some white scraps on there while you're at it and cut those out too.
I
Oh
love
my
that.
gosh.
Okay, so think about that. So 144, and so if you, I can't even do that math.
I can't either,
Just think
but-
about it. And did you just, when you were done, did you take like all your red scraps and you put them in a Ziploc bag and all your yellow scraps and?
Yeah, I left them on a pretty stack on my sewing room table because they just make me happy to see them all there. And then I'm going with them faster. So, but basically I counted the first one to about 150. I like to have a few extras just in case I
Okay.
drop, or you know how static works.
Right.
The rest of them I just cut to the same height of that stack.
Oh, there you go.
That is very
There you go.
clever.
That's very clever. Okay, well, this is my new favorite way to do this box.
Yes.
Because I've made it in several different colorways, but the scrappy look is hands down my favorite.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
So this is called Starlight Rainbow is
Okay.
the name of, if you know, you throw back to, I'm a child of the 80s, so Starlight was Rainbow Bright's horse,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
And where can our viewers get this pattern from you, Melissa?
It is a free tutorial and it's being released on the AccuQuilt blog today. And it is like step by step. I will walk you through every single picture. I think there's over 50 pictures in the tutorial.
Okay.
So
That's fantastic.
there's my little tricks that I like to do for Y seams. I love that they included the Y seams in this. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, Y seams, but it just really, such a traditional block. You want to piece it the traditional way.
Yep.
Right.
And
Yep.
you're like, I made that prairie star, and you can cross it off your
So
to-do
pretty,
list that's
right?
been on
Mark it
the
off.
right?
That's
Oh.
phenomenal. Oh my
Oh.
gosh. This is so fun. Thank you so much for joining us for the show. We can't wait to read that tutorial. We're totally making this, by the way.
Yeah,
My
this totally.
scraps, they're going here. They're going here. Thank you for joining us on
Thanks,
our launch
Melissa.
party.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. We'll see you
Thanks.
later.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Okay, we talk about this all the time. About this time of the day, we think we should go home.
should be
and sew and
sewing.
stuff. So I love the fact that she, made a stack and then
And
said,
then
this is
counted
about as-
out the one and then just cut to that.
just cut to
and
that.
left them out because it made her heart happy. Because, fabric makes our hearts happy, doesn't it, quilters?
I love it. All right, quilters, be sure to check out Melissa's blog, right? It's on
Happy
our
Quilter.
Happy Quilter.
But this is on our blog. So
Yes.
there are at least, did you know, 2 new blog posts a week on AccuQuilt's blog, all with innovative ways to use the dies that you already own and maybe inspire you to pick up some others. Today's blog post is all about Melissa's Scrappy Prairie Star, so be sure to check it out and subscribe to the AccuQuilt blog to discover everything we mention and more, because there are things that only live on the blog, like this pattern,
Right.
as this tutorial. So be sure you subscribe.
Right. And Melissa's blog is Happy Quilter.
Happy quilting.
Happy Quilting. There you go. All right. Well, in honor of Melissa, Erica, I have this amazing idea.
Let me guess, we should give away a Prairie Star die.
We should. All right. That means one registered viewer, excuse me, will get our die today just for registering for today's event.
Okay.
And today's lucky winner of the Go Prairie Star is, drum roll please, Francis T. in Irvine, California. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Francis. Quilters, at the start of 2022, which was not too long ago,
Not too long.
we kicked off our Paying It Forward campaign called Covering the World, One Quilt at a Time. This campaign is a collaboration between AccuQuilt and Moda, not just for grunge, with Baby Lock as our sponsor. Together, one person from our team is donating a quilt each week of 2022 to the charity of their choice. And this week is amazing.
That's right. So last week's donation was made by one of Moda's designers, Carrie Mang from French General, which I love her fabric.
Yes.
So she used French General's chamois quilt pattern, and it was made with fabrics from their Chateau Rouge collection. Now, Carrie donated her quilt to the Navajo Quilt Project, which provides quilting supplies, fabrics, and finished quilts for women living on the Navajo Nation. To learn more about French General and the Navajo Quilt Project, you can visit FrenchGeneral.com.
Okay, I'm always amazed at the places we donate.
Yes.
What a great project. I'm going to check it out. And be sure to visit our website for details on how you can participate in covering the world one quilt at a time by going to learn.accuquilt.com/quilttheworld2022.
That's right. You can also follow the hashtag #QuiltTheWorld2022 on social media to see fellow quilters' donations throughout the year. And we're already learning about new places, new donations,
new charities.
new charities that are quilt related. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
All right, remember quilters, we have some special bundles and deals for you today. First up, you can add the Go Prairie Star die to your collection of dies for just $129.99.
Next, we have the Go 14-inch Select Die Bundle. With this bundle, you'll receive everything you see here for $199 and some change.
Or you can purchase the Go Prairie Star Starter Pack. Now, this bundle comes with everything you need to get started on your quilting journey if you're new to AccuQuilt. Get everything you see here for just $349.99. It's a great value.
It's a great value. Now, quilters, you can also use that promo code PAIR90, PAIR90, to buy one, get one 90% off Go dies and cubes. Some exclusions apply. Check the website for details. So today is a really great day, like if you're doing the Prairie Star quilt behind us.
Yes.
Those two strip
Couple of
dies.
strip dies.
Buy one, get one 90%
off.
off. Bob dies, buy one, get one 90%
Ooh,
off.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Cubes. Don't forget, you will receive free shipping with when your order reaches $50 or more if you live in the contiguous U.S. No code is needed at checkout to redeem that offer. All right, quilters, we are talking scraps today. It's really one of quilters' favorite topics, I think. And we want to know what your scrap volume looks like.
Okay, this is a great question.
Do you have a shoebox full? Yes. Maybe more than one.
Yes.
A large tote box full? Maybe more than one.
Or has your 2-car garage become a 1-car plus scrap garage? Or have your scraps taken over and they're shopping for a new house of their own?
That's right.
Quilters, we want to know, so be sure to share with us your scrap status. This is a great question.
That
and
is.
Interesting to
It
see
is.
the answer.
All right, now if you're watching via the registration link or on YouTube, you can click on the vote box below or to the right of the chat box.
And if you're watching via Facebook, vote from the vote box that displays over the video.
Okay, now quilters, if you enjoy watching our live show like today, then you'll love watching our behind the scenes videos on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow us to get an exclusive access to our studio and see all the fun that we have.
Jack was filming this morning.
Jack was.
All right, we also love to share your stories, quilts, and more on our social media pages. Be sure to follow us so you don't miss out on any of the fun. All right, so Melissa talked about using the Go Prairie Star with scraps. Next up, we're going to be joined by Emily Blake to talk about one of her favorite topics, scraps, and her favorite Go dies for working with scraps.
Yes. Emily Bailey is the author of the blog Aunt M's Quilts. She's a scrap quilter, designer, and teacher. She's been designing for 20 years and has been published in, get this, Love of Quilting, McCall's Quilting, and Simply Quilts. Now, she teaches through her website, YouTube, and at live events.
And Emily's here to join us. Welcome, Emily.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
We are so excited for you to be here and talk all about scraps.
All right, let's just jump in and tell us what your top scrap busting dies are.
So my favorite scrap busting dies are the strip dies because I can just do so much with them. And I actually get carried away using them. In fact, I cut out for one quilt and ended up with enough for a whole nother quilt because I was just feeding them through.
There you go. There you go.
So that is probably one of my favorite. So the strip dies, then I like the multiple half square triangle dies, the 2-inch and the 3-inch.
Right.
Those, because The dog ears are cut off. They piece so easily, so they're so accurate, and
Right.
they just make such a nice unit.
And the thing I love about half square triangles is that it truly can be totally scrappy, right? And then you can just chain piece for days.
Yeah.
That's what I love the most about them.
Yep.
That's
They're
great.
fabulous. And then I like to combine it with a quarter square, and then you can make flying geese.
Oh,
so you
yes.
can just go on and on and on. You can bust
Yeah.
through scraps like crazy.
That's true. That's true. We've been known to do that.
Now, Emily, these are wonderful scrap busting dies, but you have a class coming up on scrap busting, don't you? Can you tell us a little bit about that class?
I do. I have a class. It's called Bits to Beauty.
Love
So
the name.
it is taking a motif like a star, a heart, or a snowball, and then you can fill that with lots of scrappy goodness. It has a block library that has dozens of blocks in it, and all of those blocks come in with multiple sizes. So depending on what size of quilt you want to make, from a small wall hanging to a bed size, and then you can cut it all out on the AccuQuilt Go. So it goes really fast.
Oh, I love that.
First of all, I love the fact that you have different projects you can make.
Yes.
But scrappy goodness, you should totally like trademark that. I just love that. So, Emily, where do our viewers go to sign up for your class?
To sign up for my class, you can go to auntmsquilts.com/bits2beauty and sign up and join me, but do that soon because the doors for that close on the 27th.
Oh,
And
which
then
is
we'll start the class on the 31st.
Oh, so this weekend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday.
So get signed up.
Oh my gosh.
Get signed
yeah.
up right away. Oh my gosh.
I love it. And I love Bits to Beauty.
Yes.
What a great title.
Yes.
Emily, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been such a pleasure having you with us.
Oh, we've got
Thanks
just a
for
couple of
having me.
pictures.
It's always
Those are your
great.
quilts.
Oh, yeah, we're going to show your quilts here. Hold on one
Oh,
sec.
yes. These are quilts you can make in the Bits to Beauty class.
Okay, we're going to show them here, I think.
There we go.
So there's the star.
And that looks like a
Yeah.
big one. That's the blue and green
That's
one.
the throw size. So you can go throw to bed. And then the other one is also a star.
I love
Oh,
it.
but look at all the things inside. There's
Flying geese and pinwheels.
and a maple
It looks
leaf.
like a maple leaf. There's a die for
I
that.
love that. Okay. So quilters, don't forget, get signed up for Emily's class.
So go to Aunt M's.
At
There we go.
msquilts.com/bits2beauty.
There
we
you
go.
go, and there's
We'll
the
make
QR code.
We'll make sure it's up on our website for us.
All right.
Thanks so much,
Thanks
Emily,
so
for
much,
joining
ladies.
Thanks for
You bet.
being here. Bye-bye.
us. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, that was fun.
It was so fun. Okay, so I love the star motif
Yes.
because then I feel like each section of it could be completely different,
Oh, you could just
Right?
do, I mean,
just cut for days.
so many possibilities.
Quilters. Again, at
So
this
many
time in the
possibilities.
show, we always think, oh, we should be home sewing.
Yes.
All right, now that we've talked about the dies that Emily likes and Melissa likes to use her scraps, let's talk about the ones that Erica and I like.
Now that sounds like a good idea. Quilters, Pam and I each brought along some scraps.
We did. Here, bags of them.
And we're each going to set up a Go-Me now, and we are ready to put some of these scraps to good use. So
Okay.
let me grab my Go-Me over here.
All right, so first of all, when you get the Go-Me, it comes with 2 dies.
It does, it does. It comes with a 3-inch finished half square and quarter square triangles. And there are so many things that you can do with just those 2 shapes.
We have hundreds of patterns that you can
Yes,
make
as a
just
matter of
with
fact, we do.
Those 2 shapes. And I love Emily's idea of, hey, you can just make flying geese.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Erica and I, we have some other stuff so we want to talk about.
Yes.
All right. So this is, we love tumblers. So we have
Yes.
3 sizes of tumblers. We have a 6-inch finished tumbler, 4-inch, and 3-inch. But the 4 and the 3 are really the ones we like for scraps, right?
Yep.
And this one is perfect. I know this is a question we should ask. Any of you have charm squares in your
Oh.
stash,
That-
in your scraps?
Yep, this is a great use for those, and a charm square and a little border fabric, and you've got a great table runner.
Right.
Just like that.
And I think that the thing about the tumbler die as well is that we've cut off the dog ears here.
Yes.
So you're going to be able to sew this together super fast. Both you and I made tumblers our first quilts, right?
Yes, I think everybody should, and I think every quilter should.
Do you have some fabric? I'm going to let you put some
Oh, I thought
fabric
you were
through.
cutting this.
Well, I can do
Okay,
it.
here, I will.
No, here. I just had to
Need
find
some
some
fabric.
fabric. I know. I'm so excited about it.
I know.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, should we cut some blue ones?
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be big enough. No, it's not. So
It's
hang
not.
on, hang on.
For something.
I have more.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. There we go.
Okay. Ooh, then you can stack and flip.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so what I've done is I have had my fabric lengthwise grain.
Right, that was what we were checking, was lengthwise grain.
So I'm going to put it in here, and I'm actually going to just tuck this right here next to it.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to run it through our gummy. Now, Erica, you and I have one of these cutters right next to our sewing
At
machine.
all times.
At all times.
Yes.
And why is that?
Because sometimes I forget to cut out enough pieces.
Just yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, so now we've cut tumblers, but watch this. So now we can flip our fabric, and then we're not wasting. Look at how good this was.
Look at how good
I
that
feel like
was.
maybe
It
I
was
cut
just
tumblers.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, and here we go.
It was kind of a perfect fit. We didn't figure this out beforehand either.
No, we just
so
grab scraps. Okay.
we literally
Right,
did.
There we go.
There.
And now we have perfect
Now
tumblers.
you've got 4 tumblers ready to go
No.
into a project. Well,
Okay.
I like to use the Go English paper piecing cube with scraps because there are the 4 different shapes that are in here. They all have 1-inch finished sides, so even little tiny scraps that can be put to good use. So the 4 shapes are going to be the hexagon, the half hexagon, the equilateral triangle, and the diamond. So when we get down to Let's do the equilateral triangle.
Okay.
Because you can use some really small scraps with this one.
All right, so we're going to open it up. And again, quilters, we have some really great videos on how to use our cubes.
We do.
Okay.
So you're going to see when you look at this die, we've got lots of these little equilateral triangles on there. Let's see what I've got in my scrappy goodness here.
I'm forever saying that, by the way, Scrappy
Yeah,
goodness.
forever.
Thank you, Emily.
Forever. I didn't press mine. Pam was good, and she pressed hers. Let's see, I'm going to
I think
check.
it's because I used it last week on AccuQuilt.
I think so. So I'm just going to put it over here and see how many I can get
Right.
that are full.
Okay.
Okay, you got a mat for me?
I do.
Okay.
And the great thing about the Go Me is it can go both directions just like our Go.
Yes, absolutely. And you could stack up more layers of scraps too.
Our Go Me uses 70% of all of our Go dies.
So see, that was not a very big piece. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6. I've got 6 shapes out of that little scrap. Look at that. So that is just really one of my favorite uses when I get down to those really little pieces.
Right, because then you're like, you know.
So the way English paper piecing would work then is, there is a die that cuts the cardboard template. So then this would be basted around that cardboard template, and then they're hand sewn together.
Right, right. So look at that. Okay, so now people always ask us, are there bob dies built for the Go Me? Of course there are.
Of course there are.
So this is the Go Pineapple die. And this is a great scrap buster.
Yes.
I mean, truly, truly, truly. So it's divided by color. So here's the background. So you can do white and scrappy and white, or scrappy, white and scrappy, however you want to make your block. The thing to remember is it is screen printed so you can keep track of your pieces.
Yes.
I use this really high-tech way of keeping track of my pieces.
Yes.
Sticky notes.
Yes.
I just lay them out on my green mat. Now, keep in mind that there is E and F and E and F. One is for the background and one is for the scrappy.
So maybe light and dark scraps.
Right. But keep in mind they're the same shapes, just cut them different colors.
That's right.
So I am going to lay this out here, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here. I'm going to find that lengthwise grain nice and tight. We'll cut some of these shapes. So we'll cut B and D. Look at this. Low and wonky, high and tight. Okay, and actually, I'm going to fold those over.
Oh, well,
I mean, that's the great thing, right? Because then it's going to cut some of them and others. And we can always cut 6 layers, so let's cut some more. So
So let's just cut some more.
While I'm here doing
That's
it,
right.
right?
While we're cutting up our scraps,
Right.
because then we're taking our scraps that are nicely cut home,
Yes.
so that we're
we
ready
can do stuff with
to
them.
do stuff. Yes.
Okay, now it's only going to cut where there's fabric and a mat. Okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to put the mat over here. Quilters ask this all the time. Is this going to damage this?
Not in the least.
All right,
Not
I
in the
have to
least.
have a little more
All right,
room.
here, let me see how portable and easy that is.
Okay, so back in the days
zip.
when I traveled,
Zip, zip, zip.
I would take this on a plane. Like I would put it in my suitcase. It only
Yeah.
weighs 6 pounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Now, both of our grandchildren learned how to cut on this Go Me, right?
Yes.
And neither one of them do it now.
Well,
because
if they
cut on the Go
can,
Big.
and Christopher will come say, can we use this one? And I'll say, no, use this one. I'll
Yeah,
pull it out.
There you go. There you go. Give it some love because it's staticky. Slide, don't lift. So think about pineapple blocks, quilters. You know, look at this.
Look how many pieces you cut.
And perfect dog ears, perfect corners. And now I have the shapes that I need to do this.
And if you're just collecting pieces, if you're doing this on an ongoing basis, the sticky note method might not work. You might want to go to
put
the
a zip-
second high-tech method we
Yes.
have, which is Ziploc bags.
Ziploc bags. Yep, with all the colors on it. Okay? I
right.
do love a good pineapple die.
Now, here's another thought, quilters. Have you ever thought about making a postage stamp quilt? And Pam
Never
is going to
in my
shake her
life.
head and say no.
Never.
But I have. So postage stamp quilts traditionally are 1-inch finished squares, and we have a 1-inch square multiple die. It's going to cut 9. And if we go up to 6 layers, that was, I mean, Pam did some math on that.
Yeah.
That's like
54.
54 on that.
Look at me knowing how to do that math.
What? Oh, you're going to
Well, I
you're
was
going to
seeing-
cut some of your scraps here?
I am.
That does look like the perfect size.
It does. That's why I grabbed it.
Oh, well, that was sweet of you.
Okay, there you go. Okay,
So if you haven't thought about making a postage stamp quilt, maybe you want
Go
to.
for it.
And there's no law that says it has to be a full-size quilt either. Maybe it's going to be a doll quilt, or maybe
Oh,
it's going to be a
yeah.
little mini quilt, or a table
quilt.
topper, or something
we learned
like
last
that.
week that a mini quilt, the dimensions can be no bigger than 24 inches square.
Right, so that would be 24 by 24 blocks.
I can't do that math, but sure.
Look
let's
at
do that.
this. Look at this. So we did, how many layers? We did
4,
3?
3 layers.
3 layers times 9. Well, I'm
There you
making a
go.
mess, but
You are.
I'm making a total
But
mess.
look, okay, I want you to show them what's left of the mess.
I know.
'Cause
There's
look at
very
this,
little left.
Right?
And actually, I could cut here.
Okay, I gotcha. Here,
this off.
look, we have scissors.
We have scissors and everything.
We do.
You know, like
Karen K. Buckley. She's on her show in a couple of weeks.
she is. Okay.
Super
So
excited about that.
now I'm going to go ahead. I've got this little piece. I'm going to lay it back on. I'm going to go back through because Pam has given me scraps. I'm not going to let any of them go to waste, right?
Look at this, quilters. You could not cut those perfectly.
Oh,
With a
certainly
rotary
not.
cutter and a ruler.
And here we go.
Look at that.
Again with the static here. I got so excited. There's
So
2
quilters
more.
ask me all the time, how small is too small to cut? And if you can't cut squares this 1 inch, then
That's
it's
right.
too small.
That's right. So there are that's 31 we just cut.
There you
That's
go.
amazing.
So now we don't want to leave our cubes out from this discussion,
That's
right?
true.
So the 4-inch cube, which I used maybe just last week,
Yeah,
Thank you, Live, is great for scraps.
Yes.
But sometimes their scraps a little bigger, so let's do the 6-inch cube.
Yes.
Okay, so the 6-inch cube. So today, while it's the pair 90, today is a really great day to get cubes and companions.
Oh, absolutely. So if you don't have a 4 or 6-inch cube, this would be a great day for that, for your scraps.
Yep.
Now, they're all cubes are the same. They
Right.
have the same basic 8 shapes inside of them. They just are different sizes.
Yep, and we have 6 different sizes, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12.
That's right.
And we have made dozens of videos on how to use your cubes.
We have. If you've got,
So if you're thinking, oh, what is a cube?
yes.
We have it for you.
So
Okay.
we will just give you the Reader's Digest version here right now and show you those, that we've got these 2 folders. The little one is going to have what in it?
The mat.
A mat, and it's
Pull it
also going to
first.
have a pattern booklet, so you want to pull that out first.
Yep.
And then those 8 dies. And the nice thing is they're all going to work together. So if you have a lot of scraps and you cut them all out with your 6-inch cube in different shapes, then you know they're all going to play together.
Right.
So you can just sit and create some fun blocks.
So I'm going to cut half square triangles because I can.
Okay, so you cut some half square triangles, and then I'm going to talk about companions a little bit.
Yep, talk about angles there in just a
So
second.
I will. So cut some. Whoop,
I will.
I moved the table.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, it did move.
Yeah, it did.
Did it move a lot? Like, do we need to have Justin come fix it? Okay, so the thing about half square triangles, quarter square triangles, we've cut off the dog ears, so from this point here to this point here, that perfect quarter-inch seam. And Emily talked about half square triangles, but I'm going to show you a cool trick. Okay, so let's say I want to take my half square triangles and I want to cut pink and blue ones because, I don't know, I'm making a baby quilt. Let's make stuff up.
Okay.
Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to look at how fun this is.
This is fun.
I've obviously cut this before. I'm going to lay my pink and blue together.
Oh.
I know. And I want to have that lengthwise grain, nice and tight. Okay, cover the shape. The shape's at an angle so that it goes through the cutter easily.
Yep.
All
You want to
right.
follow that angle.
Yep. And then I'm just going to fan fold. When we talk at AccuQuilt about fan folding, this is that. Okay, so I just have 4 layers. Put my little cutting mat on top. We're not going to worry about this little tail because there's no blades inside our cutters. They're just in the dies. Okay, and then I'm going to turn the handle. Thought I'd use my left hand for a minute.
Because she can
Because I can.
show off.
So now that I have cut my half square triangles, look at this. So now I put right sides together.
Oh, look at that.
And so now I can just go through and take these off, and now they are all ready to be stitched.
Perfect. That's
So
fun.
if you're going to cut them, if you're going to sew them together, can you cut them together? That's the question you want to ask.
Yes.
All right, do you want to talk about kites?
I love our companion angle. So that's what this is. It's a 6-inch size, which means it's going to coordinate with our mix and match
It
cube.
is.
They're going to work together. And instead of 8 shapes in here, I've got 4. I again have our little one I'm going to pull out first that's got my pattern booklet and my mat. There, that's the right way.
There you go.
And when I open it up, I've got my 4 shapes. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so should I set them up? I should set them up, but my
Yeah,
arms
you
weren't
set
long
'em up.
enough. You set them up.
I'll set them up.
There we
Be
go.
good.
So we have our triangle and square center.
Right?
We have our
Half
triangle and a square size. Now those are half rectangle triangles, and they're going to fit on the side of either the triangle and the square center or the kite shape to make a square that is going to equal shape number 1 back in our mix and match cube, our big square. And then we have our good friend, the trapezoid over
Yeah,
here.
because nobody should cut trapezoids by hand.
And this trapezoid is going to depend on your original mix and match cube to be the big and small half square triangles on either side of it. But I love the kite shape.
Okay, let's cut some kites.
Let's cut some kites.
And then you can tell them the trick about the sides.
All right. So let's see what we've got. This is not going to be wide enough. Here, just take a look in here. What have we got? Oh, there's some gray down here somewhere.
Here, I'll
Let's
take
use
this.
that for the sides.
Okay.
Not that one. Here, Here, what have we got? Is this
There we
wide
go.
enough?
Yeah, that will be.
Okay, there we go.
Look at this. Okay, so the thing you need to remember about this shape is that you want to fan fold your fabric back and forth because you need a left and a right. And if you don't fan fold back and forth, if you stack your fabric facing up, you will only have lefts and you will be mad.
That's right.
Okay?
Okay, so now we're going to cut that. It'll show off with some orange. Do you want me to cut?
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you some orange.
Okay. Listen, you need to be like pressing your scraps here.
These are real life scraps.
I know. Look,
These are
we're gonna
real
cut
life
red ones.
scraps.
And
And
this piece right here, look.
you know
I'm gonna
what?
cut right
Here's
over
a
here.
secret. Sometimes your quilt stores sell scraps.
Yes.
And we have a local quilt store. We have the Celtic Quilter that does that. And so I tend to go in and pack little bags of scraps if there's something that I'm going to work on that's scrappy that I need a certain color. And these are out of one of my little stashes of scrapses. Okay.
Okay, give it some love. Slide, don't lift.
Okay, so
right.
let's look at how that goes together.
So here's our kite shape, which goes in the center. And then since we did this back and forth, it's going to have a left and a right.
That's correct.
Right? So here you want to make a left and a right on
Because
yours.
if you cut them all out the same way, you will,
only going to get
you will
left.
be sad. You will be sad. But isn't that a cute block?
Isn't that fun?
You've got so many design options too. And again, the dog-eared corners are going to line up just perfectly for you. And you're going to see that 1/4 inch seam allowance is going to go from tip to tip.
I love it. Okay, good use of your scraps there.
Okay, hey, I'm ready to go sew. All right, on the subject of scraps now, we have another sample of a project that we made. This is our Go Nesting Cubes pattern, and it is available as a free download on our website. And because they're nesting, there are 3 of them. I got scraps for days.
And
okay.
look at the centers. Aren't they cute?
Aren't they cute? So super cute. They're all lined.
And they're great for making space for your Go dyes and fabrics and sewing accessories. So everything is organized and ready to go. So here, let's take a look at this pattern. Okay, wasn't that so fun? So look at all these big
I
baskets.
just love them.
I have one this size that I hold like my notions and stuff in.
Well, and the key really is that foam that you saw because that makes it stand up nicely.
Quilters, there are special bundles and deals today. First, you can get the Go Prairie Star die to add to your collection or begin your collection of dies. It's just $129.99.
Next up, we have the Go 14-inch Select Die Bundle. I love this. This bundle, you're going to get everything you see here for just $199.99, including that Go Bear's Paw die. And trust me, when you see these samples, you're going to want to get that one.
You were. Okay, or you can purchase the Go Prairie Star Starter Pack. This pack comes with everything you see here to begin your quilting journey, and it's just $349 and some change.
That's right. Now, quilters, there is more. Use the promo code PAIR90 to buy one, get one 90% off of Go dies and cubes. Some exclusions apply, so check the website for details.
And if you live in the contiguous U.S., get free shipping when your order reaches $50 or more. No code is needed at checkout to redeem our offer.
That is right.
All right, quilters, our friends, oh, listen. We're so excited about this. Timeless Treasures are helping make our great party great by providing us with 2 lovely selections of fabric to give away. Okay, so can I talk first?
Yes, you can talk first.
Because gosh, it has dots.
Yes, dots. We do love dots.
And I just love it because it's all those rainbow primary, you just so bright. Look at the purple just for you. But look, the gray and then the black has the black.
I love it.
Okay, talk about yours because
So-
Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, and again, these have dots too, but this is, I love these because this is kind of a shadow print. This is the kind of solids I really like to use.
Yes.
Something that has just that little bit of texture to it.
Yes.
A little bit of movement in it. And look at this, look, there's your, like you said, there's your Valentine's Day quilt.
Yeah.
Here is a spectacular St. Patrick's Day pattern and oh, so many fun things you can do with it.
Love it. All right, so
But we'll give it up.
We will give it up. We give it away every week. The first winner of a Timeless Treasure selection of fabric is, drum roll please, Marty S. from North Royalton, Ohio.
Congratulations, Marty. All right, the winner of the second selection of fabric is, drum roll please, Vivian B. in the Bronx, New York. Congratulations.
And a huge shout out to Timeless Treasures for sponsoring our today's show. We know our quilters will use this fabric to make something dreamy. I am already thinking of dreamy things I could make with that fabric.
That's right. Now, quilters, earlier in the show, we asked how many scraps you have. Do you have a shoebox full? Do you have a large tote full? Do you have a one-car garage because the scraps have the other half? Or have your scraps taken over your house and they are now looking for a house of their own? If you're watching via the registration link or on YouTube, you can click on the vote box below or the right of the chat box.
And if you're voting via Facebook, you can just vote from the box that displays over the video. So, do you have lots of scraps?
I have less because I've been trying to work to use them.
I
would
as well.
say I'm currently in that tote category.
I am a toter as well. Yep.
But I'm working on it. Now, while we wait, while your votes come in, let's launch into today's trunk show. Joy, what do you have to share with us? Are you going to bring our favorite in first?
Got some
my
amazing
gosh.
pieces today.
Here we go.
We are all crazy in love with this quilt. This is called a Walk in the Woods throw quilt. It's by Laura Strickland of Orange Blossom Quilts. And
Laura, we have already downloaded the free pattern from AccuQuilt.com.
yes, and
Okay,
we're ready
so
to
let's
make it.
start in the center. The center is that great Prairie Star block.
Right.
But then, Erica, what is this?
This is so exciting. This is our Goose Tracks die. Now,
Goose
this
Tracks.
is our die to try for January.
And it's now back
And
in
it is now, we were able to get a few more back in stock. The initial supply sold out so quickly. So this is available right now through the end of January only. So get on it really quick.
Right.
And I just love how that looks. So it's medallion style.
And then
And then we've got our friend the bear's paw. So remember, I told you you wanted that bear's paw? There it is right there.
And Joey, you love that little half square triangle fabric.
I do. I like the extra embellishment. I love tiny things.
Yeah.
So that's just perfect. I think it just adds a good pop.
And guess what? It has the striped binding and it's flanged.
And look at the
Flange binding.
quilting on the back, the swirls.
Again, we like a lot of time, with something that's very geometric and angular like that, to have the swirly quilting, it just plays off it so nicely.
That's a
I
lot.
love everything about this.
We do too. I need it for my new living room.
Here, let me take this.
Okay, there you go.
right.
Hand it to
She's
Mr.
gonna
Jack.
hide it because she's afraid I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, it's gonna vanish.
Okay, so this one is also wonderful. It is the Go Cosmic Path Throw Quilt.
Right.
This is by Amanda Harward of Larkspur Quilts.
Okay, so Amanda, first of all, kudos, because this is phenomenal.
fun.
Okay, but we all love this new version of how to create this star block. Because look, what a difference. Here, I'll do it over here so you can
Again,
see.
it's the Prairie Star.
I
It's
love
the
it.
same exact die, the same exact pieces. It's all about your color placement.
Right.
And it's so cool. I mean, I just, the inspiration from something like this, right? This is gonna be happening in my house
yes.
this weekend. I just,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
And I love the stripes, little strip binding. But this is our drunkard's path. So it finishes to 7 inches, but we actually have two sizes that work together. So
Right.
today where you're doing pairs 90,
Yeah.
both of those drunkard's path will work.
Yes, but this is definitely one you're going to want to get because two of them side by side, again, 7 plus 7 is 14. It's going to work great with this bob
You
die.
can do this math.
Love it.
All right, the next one coming to us is the Go Prairie Sunrise Quilt. This is by Mitzi Red, and oh, this has got ombre goodness, doesn't it?
And Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I love this. So we talked about this earlier, about how this stitching right here just really is going to bring out the texture of that star. And then look, they're poofy.
I love it.
It
And
is.
it looks equally as
So the
cool on the
tight-
back.
Tight stipple. And again, we've paired the Prairie
love it.
Star with the Bear's Paw. So again, we told you you were going to want that bundle. This is why.
This is why.
These two quilts.
Yeah.
I just love, the quilting is exquisite on
It really
this.
is.
And when you look at this block, it takes you a hot minute to say, oh, that is a bear's paw,
Yeah, you don't even
right?
pick
Because
it
you
up.
think, oh, this is squares and stuff, but super cool.
Love it.
It is stunning.
Beautiful piece.
All right, next up is our Go Aloha Stars wall hanging. This is by Bea Lee of Bea Quilter. You might recognize this if you have the die already.
Yes.
It's the package pattern. It's
is.
also available as a free download.
So kudos to Bia for doing this because she took 8 gradient colors that start from white to this maroon color and just created these beautiful Aloha stars. And this is the one that we showed when we released the die on AccuQuilt Live, and it just went together perfectly. The instructions are beautiful and well written. I love it.
And the quilting on the back,
Quilting,
it pops.
and it
Look at
does. It
that.
it swirls just like the colors
Love it.
in the star. Now, there's also a video on how to put this project together. So if you go to the Prairie Star Die product page and scroll down to the bottom, you can click on a link. Pam and I will show you just how to make this.
Yes.
Love it.
Make it this weekend.
That's right. All right.
This is one of my favorites. I just
Always
love
in
this.
love with this.
I
This
do.
is the Go Prairie Star Table Runner. It's by Carolina Moore of alwaysexpectmore.com.
So what is it missing here, Joy?
The corners.
Isn't
Yeah.
that
Which
fun?
just makes it so fun. I love
does.
those sorts of things. Make
Yes, I
it
do
more
too.
unique. And then the bias binding
Right.
just around the edges there.
We have great videos on how to do bias
we
binding.
do.
We sure do. It's lovely.
I love it.
And again, you only need 3 blocks. You can put it together.
yeah.
Those Y seams are gentle Y seams.
Yep.
They are.
They're just
Look
great.
at the arrows on the back.
Oh,
It's so
That
cool.
is fun.
Isn't that fun? Very cute.
She's done wonderful quilting on the back of that. Now we have another pattern by Bia Lee of Bia Quilter. This is the Go Cascading Star Pillow. I think this is a great idea. We overlook pillows, quilters.
right.
Pillows are great because A, it's a project you can start and finish in a hurry, right?
Right.
But look how special this is. And if you make it as a pillow cover, then you can change it out with
Right.
your seasons.
Right. And a good way to use your test blocks, right?
Yep, that's exactly what I was
Joy?
going to say. We always say to do that. So, and I love the embellishment here of the matching little squares at the
Right.
top.
And just simple squares.
It's such a simple border, but it makes such a difference, doesn't it?
And the quilting is great, that swirly thing.
I like that quilting pattern.
I do too. I do too.
Good job, Bia.
Very cool.
Oh, all of these patterns, of which Eric and I have already downloaded some of them,
Yes.
are free but downloads at AccuQuilt website. Be sure to get your patterns downloaded before your die arrives so you'll be ready to go.
That's right.
All right, ladies, now that we've launched into space, I'm going to let you continue on with the party.
Thank you. Did you get your table runner for your future?
I'll go find it.
Yeah. See, I feel like Lynn is here and she's missing out on
Yeah,
some good
yeah,
stuff.
yep.
Okay.
It's okay, it'll be at Joy's desk.
Yes.
All right, quilters, voting is now closed, so we're about to announce today's scrap poll results. But first, we're going to give away our final prize for the day.
Oh, let's do and say thank you to our viewers one more time.
Absolutely. The lucky winner of a Go Prairie Star die is, drum roll please, Shanna R. in East Aurora, New York. Congratulations.
Hannah. Quilters, if you're like us and always looking for more inspiration, be sure to join me every Wednesday at 12 noon Central Time for AccuQuilt Live. Tomorrow, we're talking all about binding and labeling and finishing your UFOs.
That's great.
Be sure to register for the show on the events page on AccuQuilt's website for the chance to win an exciting door prize. We have a whole lot of fun. I'll see you there.
All right, quilters, the time has come. Our team has counted up your votes, and it's time to see just how many scraps our quilters have.
All right, you voted and decided that your scraps are, drum roll please, and a tote.
There you go.
There you go, as big as a tote.
And it sounds like it was, shoebox was a close
Shoebox
second
tote,
there.
is that right, Joe? Kind of the same? Okay, so see, I love that we're using
So
our
we're
scraps.
using our scraps because how often do they sit there and they're not doing us any good?
Right.
But we love our fabric, so let's put it to work. Quilters, in case you missed it, we have some great deals and bundles marked down as far as possible already for you. We have the individual Go Prairie Star die available for just $129.99. Like we've shown you today, it is perfect for scrap busting and creating so many versatile quilts.
Absolutely. And that first bundle we have is the Go 14-inch Select Die bundle. You'll get the Go Prairie Star, the Go's Bear's Paw, and the 2 mats you need. Normally this bundle would run you $265, but you can get it today for $199.99, saving you over $64. And while you're in there, throw in the die to try for the month of
That's
January,
right.
and you can make our Walk in the Woods quilt.
That's right. Now, Next up is the Go Prairie Star Starter Pack. Now this comes with the Go Fabric Cutter Starter Set, the Go Prairie Star Die, and the 10 by 24 cutting mat. Usually this bundle would cost you $514. You're gonna get it today for just $349.99. It's gonna save you over $163, and it's a fantastic value.
And quilters, we have this great promo code. Use the promo code PAIR90, PAIR90. To buy one, get one 90% off. Go dies and cubes. Some exclusions apply. Check the website for details.
So if you're getting a cube, get a companion set. If you're
Strip
getting
dies.
Get lots of strip dies, you want to be sure you have that bear's paw. You want the goose tracks. That's going to be excluded. I think the postage stamp quilt die, get that little 1-inch square multiples.
All of you can make those and share them with us.
So many options. You'll get free shipping when your order comes to $50 or more. So if you live in the contiguous US, that is a great bonus as well. To get your order in during the show, you can use your phone's camera to capture this QR image and go right to the site.
No QR reader, no worries. Just open up a new tab in your browser, go to the top of the page, click on that little plus sign, type in AccuQuilt.com/party to see the bundles and place your order.
You can also find our products at your local AccuQuilt retailer. To find a retailer closest to you, check out the store locator at the top of the page at AccuQuilt.com.
Remember, you can quilt now and pay later. Get your financing options today at AccuQuilt.com/financing.
Well, we've got all these scraps cut up, so it is time for us to go sew something. We hope that you are as excited as we are about the creative possibilities that open up when you use your scraps with the Go Prairie Star Die.
And be sure to join us again on Tuesday, February 1st at 12 noon Central Time for a new launch party called Farm to Sewing Table. We'll be revealing our new die to try, and believe me, you are going to love it.
Yes. Be sure to register for the event on our website on the events page to qualify for the exciting door prizes. All right, quilters, thank you so much for joining us today. If you've been waiting for the show to end before you buy, well, now is that time, and here's the link. Get everything you need while it's still available.
And remember, quilters, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
so you can quilt more.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.